This is the only machine that now carries the weight of the entire public health sector when it comes to radiotherapy treatment for cancer. It was switched on only last night after crashing due to power surge a week ago.
We've just repaired our machine and now we're in the process of doing calibration, because when there is any fault, or if, like for instance there was a disruption, there's an electrode disruption, it also disrupts certain treatment parameters. Like for instance, if you want to set a certain field, a certain size to treat a particular area, it might not be accurate if you just go straight and start treating.
Cesar Barari is the Chief Therapy Radiographer at Kenyatta National Hospital, the biggest and only public center that offers cancer treatment for Kenya's 40 million strong population. The empty benches tell the enormity of the crisis.
Hopefully will be done by the end of today, and we will resume services on Monday.
By Monday, patients will have lost nearly 10 days of treatment, a worrying predicament because the cancer disease progresses the moment a patient skips treatment.
There will be a lot of desperation, and unfortunately, some of the patients may not really survive to receive the services.
It's a crisis that has forced the government to seek alternative measures.
We spoke to Nairobi Hospital. We've been talking to Aga Khan and even MP Shah. Nairobi, they responded very quickly. And 2 days ago, the CEO, Dr. Milo, confirmed that they will take in as many patients as they can. On average, about 50 per week. And he offered, which was very commendable, that they will do it for free.
While that is good news, the number of patients on treatment at the Kenyatta National Hospital will overwhelm the private facilities.
We have about 1,300 patients who are waiting. We are treating 156 patients every day. The 156 patients are not patients you just treat once. The minimum time you have them is 5 days. You can go up to 6 weeks. That's more than 6 weeks. That's about 33 days. So come Monday, we'll be expecting 156 patients, but unfortunately, we won't repair. We'll be not able to repair one machine. So we might treat about half of that number.
Ordinarily, when patients come to Kenyatta National Hospital for radiotherapy treatment, they would enter either that room or this other room, which I'll show you. Unfortunately, the machine in this room has crashed. Apparently, it has been running every single day for the last 22 years, and it finally gave in last week. Now, coincidentally, it's the same time the machine in the other room also crashed because of a power surge, creating the current crisis.
That machine has served its time. It's 22 years old. The normal lifespan of a radiotherapy equipment is 10 years, but with good preventive maintenance, you can push it 5 years. This is already 12 years over age.
Health Cabinet Secretary James Macharia, however, says it's not all gloom. Another highly sophisticated equipment called a linear accelerator arrived in the country 2 months ago.
We have directed management and all agencies concerned, like the Board for Radiation, to make sure that the supplier of the new modern equipment, make sure that it is commissioned and installed as soon as possible.
The engineer who's supposed to be installing it will come here on the 30th of this month from the UK to install the machine. However, the installation might take up to 6 weeks. It's not...
For the long term, the Ministry of Health plans to have 4 other cancer centers in Nyeri, Mombasa, Kisumu and Nairobi operational by this September to ease off the pressure at Kenyatta National Hospital.
Those cancer treatment centers, we are establishing them at a cost of 1 billion shillings per center. It requires a lot of infrastructure. Like you have to build bunkers, because a cancer treatment center is almost like a small nuclear reactor. You have to build those big bunkers to make sure that radiation does not affect, people who are not sick.
Each center is expected to be fitted with at least 2 radiotherapy machines. But just how much does each one cost?
350 million Kenya shillings.
One machine?
One machine alone.
For now, the clock continues to tick, especially for patients who need urgent radiotherapy treatment, each one of them hoping that come Monday, they will have a chance on this critical machine. Sylvie Chibet, Citizen Weekend, Nairobi.